How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. Now, on today's show, we're going to be taking a look at the second Carabao Cup semi-final and who will be facing Spurs in the final. We're also going to be taking a look at Aston Villa because their FA Cup tie against Liverpool is in doubt after a coronavirus outbreak at the club. And the last piece of news involves Arsenal because they have confirmed that the club has met the criteria set by the Bank of England for coronavirus financial facility support.
I represent my fucking self.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. That's right.
So the first place we're going to start is the second Carabao Cup semi-final, and it was the Manchester derby, and a place at Wembley up for grabs, and a place against Spurs in the final, and it was Manchester City with a 2-0 win. And this is another semi-final defeat for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's 4 now at Manchester United. That's 7 semi-finals in his career and 6 he has lost. Only once has he made it through to the final, and that was when he was the manager of Molde. And they won that one on penalties. So they seem to be having a bit of a problem with their semi. Come on now. Listen, in terms of the game itself, it was quite an entertaining game, to be quite honest with you. The first half in particular, I thought that Manchester City came out of the traps really, really good. Opening 15 minutes, and they really looked to be dominating Manchester United. Now, there was one little bit of team news before the game from Manchester United that got fans up in arms a bit, and that was Eric Bailly had come out of the side and been replaced by Lindelof. And over recent weeks, Bailly's been their best centre-back. But I can understand why he's been taken out, because he has such a bad history of injuries that I feel that Manchester United was simply protecting him given the amount of games that he's played over the Christmas period. But it was still a very strong lineup. Manchester City are still dealing with the effects of COVID and everything else. And like I said, the first half was a really, really even game. Manchester United came back into it. And then the second half, Manchester City scored. John Stones, who incidentally had a brilliant game, by the way, put them in the lead. And then there was a 10-minute spell where Manchester City were going for the jugular. And they were pressing high and they were trying to go for that second goal. It didn't materialise at the time. And, you know, at 1-0, Manchester United are always still in the game. And then there was an incident involving Anthony Martial where you can't say anything other than he dived. That's what it was. It was quite simply an awful, ridiculous and just pathetic dive. And they weren't given the penalty. And then you're kind of looking at it and thinking, can Manchester City hold on? Final 10 minutes or so. Will Manchester United start to, you know, turn the screw in those final minutes to get the equaliser? And then Fernandinho with a brilliant goal. 7 minutes to go. Corner comes in, headed out. Must have been about 25 yards out. Hit it low and hard. Henderson in goal, doesn't move. 2-0. Game over. And that's Manchester City's 4th consecutive Carabao Cup final. The only other team that's reached 4 League Cup finals in a row was Liverpool. And they won all 4. So Manchester City, they need to win that final against Spurs in a couple of months' time to equal that record. And yeah, like I said, Manchester United might be going great in the Premier League. But they're now, you know, starting to have a few problems in the cup competitions. They've already been knocked out of the Champions League and have dropped down into the Europa. And now they lose this semi-final against their local rivals. But a good game all round. And well done to Manchester City on a 2-0 win. Next piece of news involves Aston Villa, and I seem to be seeing so many of these reports every single day right now. But they have been forced to close their Bodymore Heath training ground after a significant coronavirus outbreak at the club. Aston Villa say a large number of their first team players and staff have tested positive, and first team training has been cancelled ahead of Friday's FA Cup tie at home to Liverpool. The club confirmed the positive results were returned after testing on Monday and Thursday, and revealed it is in talks with the Football Association and the Premier League with regards to further action. No club will automatically have to forfeit an FA Cup game if they are affected by coronavirus, with each case to be assessed by the FA on its individual circumstances. So the issue that I have here, and we were speaking about this in yesterday's show, and that was the outbreak at Derby County, and how their game, has been affected because of the coronavirus outbreak and everything else. But they're looking to put together an under-23, under-18 side. And that's what Wayne Rooney's looking to put together. So you would kind of look at that and think, well, if Derby are doing that, then surely that's what Aston Villa would have to do. Now, I know they're playing Liverpool, and the last thing you want to do is have to play the under-23s or the under-18s against them. But I can't see how one rule fits one and one for another. And it's saying there as well that each individual case will be taken on merit for, those circumstances. But Derby have lost a whole entire team, like the whole squad, Wayne Rooney, everyone. So surely that warrants a game getting cancelled. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what they do. Because Southampton's fixture as well is also in doubt. Because the team they're playing in the FA Cup, Shrewsbury I believe it is, they've had a coronavirus outbreak. And they're a League One team. So I can understand, why they will have a few problems, because they won't really have the protocols, like the Premier League clubs will and everything else. So it's going to be interesting just to see what happens. And like I said, it just seems to be all over the place at the moment. And yeah, it's Southampton against Shrewsbury. And yeah, I just don't know what they're going to do, because like I said, at the moment, everybody seems to be getting COVID. And even, football clubs that are so well, protected in a sense that they have all these regular tests and bubbles and everything. But then I suppose it doesn't help when players go out of those bubbles during Christmas periods and whatnot and breach rules. That may be where, the problem lies, because where are they getting it from if they're not breaching their bubbles and there's not issues? I don't know, man. It's such a strange one, and we'll wait and see what happens. But I was looking forward to that cup game. Villa against Liverpool, one of the ties of the round. And it'd be a shame if that one does get cancelled. But we will wait and see. Now, last piece of news involves Arsenal. And they confirmed on their website that they are to receive a Bank of England COVID loan. The statement from Arsenal goes on to say that as we continue to work through the implications of the global pandemic on our finances, we can confirm today that the club has met the criteria set by the Bank of England for the COVID corporate financing facility. As a result, we are taking a short-term £120 million loan through this facility to partially assist in managing the impact of the revenue losses attributable to the pandemic. This is similar approach to be taken by a wide variety of major organisations across many industries, including sport, and it is repayable in May 2021. So it's short term, literally for around about 4 months or so. This loan is also in addition to a loan that was provided by the owner, Stan Kroenke, and his sport and entertainment that enabled us to reaffirm the debt on the Emirates Stadium in August last year. Now, I know instantly once this come out, everybody straight away jumped on to the title and the headline and never actually read the story and what the ins and out of this are. This is not one of those original loans that came out when COVID first came along, before anybody knew the implications of what was happening. In terms of Premier League clubs, Tottenham have taken out one of these as well. And I think what's very interesting, and I quite like looking at the list of the names here of some of the people involved, and this is what people seem to forget, that this is something that has to be done at this, specific moment. Arsenal took out the 120. Tottenham took out 175. Now, when you're looking at some of the other names of the businesses that have taken out loans here, we'll go through this for some of the names that you may recognise. Burberry have taken out £300 million. The Football Association have taken out 175. Gatwick Airport have taken out 175. Honda Motor Group have taken out £230 million. John Lewis has taken out 300 million. Nissan Motors has taken out 600 million. Rolls-Royce has taken out 300 million. Ryanair 600 million. So yeah, there's an absolute ton of names, but those are the ones top of the list that I feel that you will be able to know. And our loan is actually relatively small in comparison. Boots as well. Here's another company, 300 million. So like I was saying, ours is relatively small and it's just short term for around about 4 months. And then it will be paid back. But this money won't be used, for transfers. Don't get it twisted. Don't think all of a sudden we're going to go and, try and buy Jack Grealish with £120 million. It's not going to happen. There's reasons for it. Arsenal are a business. Let's remember that. To us, they're a football club, but they are a business, and they've lost a lot of revenue because of the pandemic. So, it's not as easy as going, your owner owns billions and billions. It's what's tied up, and liquid asset. Just read the story properly before reading the title and, jumping the gun. But yeah, there we go. That is it for today's DT's Daily. As usual, let me know in the comment section what you think about today's topics. What do you think of that Manchester derby? What do you think about the coronavirus outbreak within football at the moment? And also this final piece of news involving Arsenal. Let me know. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.